Yes, I can.
Okay, I'm a Zoom virgin, so if I mess up, just ignore me and continue.
Oh, so this is your first Zoom meeting ever?
Yes.
All right. I like it. I like it a lot. We'll be fine. So yeah, I don't know who else is going to join tonight. I didn't know if I was going to be able to coordinate all this for today, but I still felt like it was important to continue to respond. And so I think tonight is about just kind of regrouping. When I posted it on Facebook tonight, it was about letting the peace begin with us. You know, so much chaos, and it has caused such visceral reaction in everybody. But I don't want to go down the roads that what's happening today has is leading me down, because that's the source of chaos. So, on this first meditation for the new year, I'm just going to ask that we take some time to be at peace, to rejoice that we are able to be here now, to be glad that the sun is going to come up tomorrow and we are going to move on. And we must not just hope that things iron themselves out, but we've got to really put our energies to making them right. So we will start as we always do, which is to work with the earth magic cards. Ria. So this gorgeous deck that I have is what we use to guide our meditations. So what we did last week was I invited everyone to think of something that they wanted or that they desired for last year was the end of the year. And this year I'm going to ask us to think of what our intention might be based on today's activities, based on the new year that is coming up and the things that we might be involved in. And just as we would as we were in the sanctuary, write that idea down on a little slip of paper, or as a little imaginary slip of paper in your hand. The space we shared this morning doesn't have walls. And at the end, I'm going to just write on my own slip of paper the intentions for this group, and then I'm going to burn this paper for all of us based on all our intentions. So just imagine that paper in your hand, or imagine yourself writing whatever your intention might be, and then you can kind of hand it over to me in the ether as we do the meditation. And we can go from there. So let's envision this year. Let's envision this world. Let's use today as our training opportunity and as the opportunity to figure out and know what we want, how we want peace to be, knowing that it can begin with us. And so again, this is your own intention, and this gets added to the intention of the group. Write it down in your mind on an imaginary post-it note, because you're going to hand it over to me imaginarily. And then I'm going to burn it as we would in the sanctuary for all of us. And whatever you've written down on that sheet of paper, this card tonight is going to be the answer to, or the solution for, or the how, or the why, or the way to the intention that we're setting. So I'm going to actually write my own intention down too. And that intention for tonight's purposes is how we can bring peace to the world around us. How we specifically intend to do that. And so as we would during our meditation, I'm just going to ask you to either hold on to that imaginary piece of paper in your hand as we meditate tonight, send all of your energy to it, and then I'll just ask you to kind of send it to me through the clouds, and then I will burn a billet a sheet of paper that has the words, all of our intentions on it, which I will write down for all of you. Right here. And so we've made our intention, we've thought about it. Let's see what Earth Magic has to say about it. And if you all just want to hold up your hands to your screen and just add energy to the cards, I will shuffle and then draw the top card so that you all know which one I'm drawing. I'm not going to the middle of the deck. I'm going to draw the card that we all can see is at the very top. And so we've stated our intention, our desire, our dream, our wish for the year. And the cards are saying this about that, which is... So our card for tonight, and I'll put it up on the screen, is Meadow. We've never had this card before. And the word that is associated with Meadow is vulnerability. So this is how we will focus our meditation tonight on that word, Meadow and vulnerability. And I'll send you to the card so that you can see it as I read about it. And so once again, a most appropriate card for this time, because I think most of us have felt in so many ways so vulnerable by our year, by the circumstances of our lives in the last few months, by today's activities, making us feel uprooted and open and vulnerable. And if these cards ring true, what we're going to find out is how that vulnerability is the gift that we've been given to make it through, to face the challenges that we have, and to do them with courage and with grace. And so let's just see what Meadow and vulnerability mean for us this evening. And again, think of what it means for our universal experience today, and also for our individual intentions for the year. Meadow and vulnerability. The meadow in this card invites us in with its beauty and openness. The flowers have arranged themselves in a poetic design orchestrated by nature, and the lush rolling fields urge us to relax and stay for a while. Yet for some, the idea of being in such an open space is terrifying, and in an expansive meadow like this, we may feel exposed and defenseless, lacking the perceived safety of the enclosed area. For others, walking through a meadow can be an exquisitely satisfying experience. We can feel comfortable in the openness and visibility, enjoying the 360-degree view with nothing but the sky above. Yes, we still may feel vulnerable, but with a twist. This is vulnerability built on the foundation of trust rather than fear. The capacity to trust our own instincts to tell us if there are any potential threats we must respond to. By relying on this instinctual knowing, we can relax and enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. And the book also says you are in a place now where you can take risks with your feelings, and even more important, take risks with the truth of who you are. The truth you know in your heart and soul. You no longer need to be subjected to your conditioned fears of letting others know who you really are. Yes, others may judge, evaluate, criticize, and perhaps even put you down. These are very real possibilities. Yet by trusting that you have the strength to deal with these reactions, rather than responding adaptively and always playing it safe, you can more confidently allow yourself to be vulnerable. Always holding back from expressing your truth can create an illusion of safety. But armed with your trust and your faith, you can choose to be vulnerable and share your authentic self with the world. And so when we think about vulnerability and how we can bring peace to everything around us, to the world around us, doesn't it make sense that that peace is only going to be authentic when we choose to be vulnerable? When we think about those who might have made choices today, for instance, that went against their nature because they were too afraid to reveal themselves, and those who didn't. These are the choices where we get to evolve and move through life and to change in the way that we want to change. And it's not easy, because being vulnerable in that way, because making yourself open, revealing yourself to be who you truly are, is always scary. And I think that's why groups like this are so important and help us, because we can be vulnerable with each other. We can learn to see the strengths, to see the truth of each other, and then carry that truth beyond the meditation, beyond the experience of just this evening, and take it out into our world and into our lives. So let's think of those words: vulnerability, the meadow, the peace of the meadow, and begin to get ourselves to a state where we want to meditate. So we can turn off our video. You guys have all done that. And turn on your muting. And we're just going to enter into our meditative state together. And of course, as always, we are going to start by just becoming aware of our breath. So we want to be aware of how it feels as we inhale through our nose, and then hold on to it for just a moment, and then exhale fully through our mouth. Let's try that again. Inhale and hold, and exhale. Inhaling again. Hold and exhale. And so just aware of that breath. Our eyes are closed, and with each breath we become more and more relaxed. And tonight, with our eyes closed, I want us to imagine, as they are closed, just turning your eyes upward just a bit to where your third eye is. So you're going to roll your eyes up just a bit and focus on where your third eye would be in your forehead. Just focus there and allow that third eye to open and envision all of the answers that you seek, all of the ways to accomplish your intentions, and all the ways we can be serene with ourselves and with one another. So just keep those eyes focused there and pay attention to the visuals that come through as you remain focused on that third eye. Paying attention to the breath, and on every exhale, relaxing more and more. And we're just going to allow the tones and the power of our third eye to take us to that vision of peace that we have for ourselves, for our community, and for the world. Relaxed and calm and safe, right here in this space together. We find ourselves focused on that third eye. Eyes roll back slightly. Seeing what it shows us. And as this tone fades, let's remember that imaginary billet in our hand and our intention for ourselves for this year. All we need to do is focus on the word, not how it's going to happen. This is not the time to plan. This is just the time to align ourselves with that intention. To feel it as part of us. Like it's being absorbed through our pores. Like we are breathing it in to our lungs. Until that intention feels as much a part of our physical self as our hands or arms or feet, and as much a part of our spiritual selves as our spiritual value. And feeling it become us. We decide to walk with that intention. Through that meadow that we've seen on the card. To walk with it. Be with it. Understand it. Maybe even challenge it. Just walking, experiencing it in the meadow. As the sun comes up, we walk through the wildflowers. Feeling the sun on our face. Feeling the dew beneath us. Just us and our intention. strolling, feeling the breeze, feeling the freedom, feeling the trust. We allow ourselves to just stop in this space and sit down in the tall wildflowers. With the sun on our faces, we can lie back and feel relaxed and calm. And as we sit here in this meadow, having chosen to make ourselves vulnerable, we become very aware of the others that have been here tonight with us, who have chosen to do the same. And we sense those souls in this spirit space that has no space. Maybe we sense them next to us, or above us, or even below us. But we sense that we've not made this journey here alone. As a matter of fact, we've made this journey very much here together. That togetherness has given our own personal intention and our alignment with that intention and our resolve to accomplish that intention. Our journey here together has given it that much more strength, has bolstered it. And at the same time, our journey here together has enabled us to envision a unified intention. However we may see it as a group, that intention is for peace and understanding and empathy and unity. And it's in this space together that we realize that for that dream to not just be a wish, it involves us helping each other to see the world and our fellow human beings differently. It invites us to see everyone, every life, every bit of living and unliving material here on this earth as divine. We realize that our collective vision must include us reminding one another of the divinity in every and all things. Whether we like how it looks or feels to us individually or not. unified in this space, we can safely, gracefully, and kindly remind one another of our own divinity and the divinity of every and all. We know it's not easy, but we know that together we can elevate and grow and accomplish individually and accomplish as a community. Together we feel our strength and our power and our courage. And we choose now to take that empowerment back to the earth plane and into our lives. So that we can see all life as that meadow and experience that vulnerability as a strength and as a way to experience empathy and love. And so with this strength and rejuvenation, we choose to come back to our earth plane, to our bodies. We begin to become aware once again of the breath that has kept us tethered to our physical bodies here on this plane, entering our nostrils, filling our lungs and the rest of our bodies, and then exhaling through our mouth. It's just an awareness. We remember that our eyes have been rolled back into that third eye, and we allow them to relax. We know what we've seen, we know what we have felt and experienced. And so aware of that breath, we will return fully And we'll take 3 deep breaths. Our first 2, we will inhale and exhale quickly, keeping our eyes closed. And on the third one, we will open our eyes. Let's inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. And one more deep breath, inhale and exhale as we open our eyes and return to our space. Gently and kindly to ourselves, remembering who we are and what we're here to do. And I'm very grateful that you have chosen to join me and join the group this evening in our effort to create a better world for ourselves and a more peaceful world for everything around us. Let there be peace on earth, and most importantly, let it begin with me and with us. So have a great night. I will see you on the other side of this. We've got lots coming up at ISD, and I'll let you check the website out for that. But I look forward to seeing every one of you and each and every one of you somewhere in the very near future. I love you. Have a good night.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rhea. Thank you, Kelly and Dan. Good seeing you.